today. In other news, officials at the Pacific Nuclear Research Facility have denied the rumor that a case of missing plutonium was in fact stolen from their vault 2 weeks ago. A Libyan terrorist group had claimed responsibility for the alleged theft.
Hey, Einstein, where's the dot, boy? Huh?
As always, we've got merch for the channel. We have our Nerd Creative range and our Stay Creative range. Links in the description. Get whatever you want. Creatives, how are you? Welcome or welcome back to the Nerd Creative channel. FANHOME, Build the Back to the Future DeLorean, part 36. In this video, we'll be completing issue 62 of the build. Grab yourself a coffee, sit back, relax and enjoy. As always with every build, there comes component parts and magazines. So these are the component parts for issue 62. Just going to put them aside. And the magazine's a bit warped, but you know, that's how it look at the drawer. Let me just put these screwdrivers aside. So yeah, there's a really good graphic of the back of the car there. So we're just going to have a look inside. So these are the component parts that come with it. So there's the windscreen, and we've got, I think that's a mirror frame and a mirror and some screws. So we're putting the windscreen in the car, so we're bringing the hero back, the star of the show, which is the car. So we've got step-by-step instructions. Not that much to do in this issue. We've just got to put the windscreen in, and then we're going to put the screws in, and we've got to put the mirror in, and the mirror frame in the mirror, and that is this issue finished. It goes like that sometimes you get a few little bits to do, and other times, like when we were doing all the cabling and fitting the interior of the car inside the chassis and all the cabling, that was massive. That was finishing off everything that's inside the car, because the next issue we will get in the frame here, and we're going to be concentrating on building the outside of the car now in the issues coming up. Grave matters. Although Back to the Future Part 2 was almost complete, there were a few important scenes still to be filmed in the studio and on location. That's a good shot there, where the Doc opens the car and knocks out Biff, older Biff, 2015, and George McFly murdered, the late George McFly. And here's a sneak peek at what we're going to be getting in issue 63. So we're going to get the bonnet, and we're putting the bonnet on the car, and the outside structure of the car will start to take shape. Really looking forward to where we are now. And then you can just see they're all greyed out because they're not cables. When it's cables, they colour them, because otherwise it just looks like a load of grey cables. But when it's just components that there are one of, it'll grey them all out. So yeah, so that's the magazine. I'm just going to open it here, because I like to check that we have everything that it says we have here. So I'm just going to open up the components. and they're secured in, I don't think I cut that open properly, they're secured in blister packs, as always, just to protect them, especially when that's glass. It's either perspex or glass. I'd say it's perspex, but still, you don't want it to crack before I receive it. It's gonna, there we go. It's a little bit of a fight trying to separate blister packs. So there's the windscreen, as you can see. Let's put that aside. Then we've got the mirror frame, the rear mirror frame, which is here. I was putting it on the windscreen then because it was see-through, I couldn't see it. And then let me just get a screwdriver, just see if I can pop this out. There we go. There's our mirror. As you can see there, that's our mirror. And then we've got a bag of MN screws. So we've got everything that it says we're supposed to have in this stage, in this issue. So I'm just going to put these screws in here. So we've only got one, and we're going to be using probably 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We're going to need 8 of them if we're using the same screws for the whole windscreen. So I'm going to sit that at the front and just slide them back, because we're probably going to be using NM screws as part of this build. So I'm going to put the magazine aside, and I'm going to bring the hero car back, the hero of the show. So I'm just going to put this to the side here, and as always, we've got our screwdrivers, we've got our screws, we've got our component parts, we've got our magazine. Let's begin. Actually got it wrong. We're not bringing the hero of the show back, we're just bringing the frame back. So I've got the windscreen here. We call it windscreens in the UK. I think you call them windshields. Yep. So all you do is you slip it under the frame, and then you pass it through like that, and it'll just kind of click into place. So I'm just like that, and then what I've got to do is I've got to flip it over like that, so that I can put the screws in. I'm just trying to work out which way I'm going to do that. Let's just spin it that way. So we've got to put in this section here, we've got to put our 4MN screws. I've left them on the top. So I'm going to get 4 screws out. That is 2. There's 4 screws out there. Now I'm going to have to stand up for this because I want to make sure that my holes are lined up, which they look like they are. So I'm going to put a screw on the screwdriver, try and line up in the hole like that. I'm just going to loosely place them in. Loosely place them in like that. I'm not going to put them in all the way. Oh, just knocked the camera. It's very warm today. The day I'm filming this. I'm not sure I've got them lined up properly, but I can adjust that. Just get that. Quite delicate. This last one don't want to go in at all. Just gonna loosely place it in there like that, and then I'm going to screw out, and then I'm going to screw in. Make sure it's in the right place, like that. Same with this one. I'm going to screw out and screw back in because it's kind of, I think it was a little bit crooked. I want it to be straight. There we go. Don't want to screw too hard because I don't want to break it. And this, again, screw out, let it line like that, and then screw in like that. This one here, screw out, and then in. This like that. Then I can actually get to these quite easily, so I've got to do these now. 1, 2, 3, 4. I get another 4 screws out. Yeah, I can't have the fan on while I'm filming because it makes a lot of noise. Although this video's coming out, I think this video could be out in August, so it'll still be hot in this country. Although I'm not filming it technically in August. Lay it out like that. So I'm just going to loosely place that one. I did actually put that one in all the way, but it's fine. One. This. I can't actually see the hole. Oh yeah, there it is. It's the problem when you got a black frame, black screws. Tighten it. Oh. The camera. That's not even in at all. That's strange. I heard it crunch then. Yeah, it seems to, I can feel it going in. So we did that one proper, so let's do this one now. Oh flip. I nearly said that. I said something. Okay, so that's our windscreen. I'm going to flip the car over now so we can have a good look at the windscreen in place. I'll give it a clean light, but there it is, as you can see. The windscreen's in place. Okay, so I'm going to zoom in for this section. So we've got I've moved the frame out of the way. So we've got the frame for the windscreen, and we've got our windscreen there. I'm going to get fingerprints all over it, I know that, but it's fine. So all we have to do is just got to peel off the sticker at the back here, like that. Just peel that off like that, and then just stick it on here. Just checking, sure I got it lined up properly. It should really just go in like that. I'll clean my fingernails off, and then it has to just it just pushes into place. So I'll give my fingerprints a clean off because I don't want it. I might not be able to do it once it's in there because I don't know. There we go. I'll just give it a good clean. So I want it to be completely fingerprint free. So you can see there. I've just got to bring the frame back into shot. Let me see. Let me put my things there. I'm going to need to pull out again that like that. So we get all the shots in. Just going to bring the frame back into shot like that. And we're going to turn it upside down again. Like that. I'm going to spin it round so it's the way it is in the picture. I'm going to have to wipe my fingerprints off that as well. So we get the mirror. And I don't know if you can see, there's a little square down there. Let me just zoom in and show you. Yeah, that's better. There's a square there, and this just pushes it in. I don't think I need to glue it. Let me just see. Just need to see how it looks. So it's just a little square like that. That's not going to stay in there. So we need some super glue. I just need to see where my super glue is. Oh yeah, found it. I lost my other super glue, but I've got a new one here. So just need to open it. Okay. I'm just going to put some glue on here. And then I'm going to line this up. Place it in where it's supposed to go, like that. So now I've opened this one, I need to order a new one. So I like to have one I'm using and a spare, because you never know when it's going to run out. So that is the windscreen in place, and yeah, that's looking okay. Could do with wiping this, wiping all the fingerprints off it, but I'm going to be careful around the mirror, of course. Oops. I said I'd be careful around the mirror, and then I hit it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to flip the car over so we can see the windscreen mirror in place. It's just it's there. It's at a funny angle, I know that, but it's so that's let me just zoom out a bit. So that's the mirror there, and you can see the square there that it's connected to. But yeah, so that completes here, windscreen in there. So that completes issue 62 of the build. Well, I frantically rush away from the video to put the fan on and cool down. Yeah, I'm really happy with that. I'd like to thank you for your company. I'll see you in the next video. Stay creative.
Wait a minute, Doc. Are you telling me that you built a time machine out of a DeLorean?